What more can I say? Now there's just me and you. What more can I say? There's nothing to do. The cocktails have been shaken. The girls have all been taken. The dawn is slowly breaking. It's oh so continental, it's the underworld of the night. It's oh so instrumental, I don't have to sing another line because Trixies is alright. What more can I say? The doors have all been closed. What more can I say? Let's stage the next show. The tables have been cleared. The strangers have been fed. The lipstick has been smeared. Oh so continental, it's the underworld of the night. It's oh so instrumental, I don't have to sing another line because Trixies is alright. So what more can I say? Now I'm alone at the bar. What more can I say? You're nice as you are. The roulette has stopped spinning. The singer has stopped singing. The nightlife is your living. It's oh so continental, it's the underworld of the night. It's oh so instrumental, I don't have to sing another line because Trixies is alright. Because Trixies is alright. Nobody knows her real name, they call her Lucy Bourbon. She sings those melodies, I'm sure that you may know them. A Broadway song to fall in love, the blues when you have had enough. She's just the one for having fun. You get the feeling, you know you might be dreaming. Nobody is leaving. Whisper in my ear, I love the feeling here. You sit down to your table to jazz so cool and gentle. The sax is in a solo, it makes me sentimental. A tune to wash your dinner down, the music spins your head around. They've got the fox, you've got the hound. You get the feeling, you know you might be dreaming. Nobody is leaving. Whisper in my ear, I love the feeling here. It's a paradise, a background for two lovers planning their honeymoon with gifts for one another. A sparkle in the French champagne, a kiss to whirl the night away. Together love could never change. You get the feeling, you know you might be dreaming. Nobody is leaving. Whisper in my ear, I love the feeling here. You get the feeling, you know you might be dreaming. Nobody is leaving. Whisper in my ear, I love the feeling here. There she lay on the hospital floor, blood on her face and spikes in her mind. Everyone knew she could take no more, as she ran screaming with death by her side. The window was broken and smoke trickled in, along with the spiders and smells. How did I know where the end might begin, when the story was so hard to tell? The story was so hard to tell. You can't mend the mind, but you can mend the face. I'm lost in the line to visit the place we call Mars, the place we call Mars, the place we call Mars. With her hands in her hair, she sweated and ran into the blankets of fumes. What could I do except give my love to the man who entered my room? There was no answer, my mind was amazed at how the king sat and cried. Upon the cloud was a head with no face. At least the good men died. At least the good men died. You can't mend the mind, but you can mend the face. I'm lost in the line to visit the place we call Mars, the place we call Mars, the place we call At last we rested in shelters of tin, down by the shopping parade. How do we know where the end might begin, as the night turned into the day? It seems so long since the last man fell for the sake of being alive. The hospital stands and it's just as well, as the wound is still in my mind. The wound is still in my mind. You can't mend the mind, but you can mend the face. I'm lost in the line to visit the place we call Mars, the place we call Mars. place. Trixie, oh Trixie, I've never seen your face. Way down in the cellar, things weren't any better. There were couples holding hands, talking others chat. The band were playing Dixie, the resident of Trixies. The people take their hats from things like that. Hell on earth, baby. Hell on earth, baby. Trixies is the last thing you say. Trixies is one hell of a place. Trixie, oh Trixie, I've never seen your face. Hell on earth, baby. Hell on earth, baby. Lancer's name is Eddie. He's always on the ready for the man that gets stoned as he stares at the shouts. And in the two-way mirror, I play spot the killer. If you don't wear a tie, then you're in and out. Hell on earth, baby. Hell on earth, baby. Trixies is the last thing you say. Trixies is one hell of a place. Trixie, oh Trixie, I've never seen your face. She entered stage with no applause, no heads were turned as she performed. Her fists were clenched down by her side. Jokes were told, people roared, the song was heard, but well ignored. I lifted her and tried to hide. Sweat was dripping from her nose. Some old man shouted, "Take off your clothes." Her smile was forced for everyone. Expensive women were pulling men, emptying pockets and empty heads. I drank alone, but shared the fun. She lifted a skirt up in her hands, and every eye on every man sparkled like a hungry man. Her foot was resting on a stool, her movements made the old man drool, and so she made a few more friends. Upon the stage, she threw her blouse, her nylons flew into the crowd. Her dog hair hung across her face. Hands reached out, things got rough. She sang no more the song of love. She felt abused and lost the taste. And Trixie appeared in his evening dress, always trying to look his best. Looked his way, started to sing. One moment in time, everything's bright, stars are aligned, so high. Some boys from the Leather Kid Club came to celebrate one night, doing nobody no harm, and it's just as well. They had their fill that evening when they left by the break of light. Tattoos on their arms, gay devils in hell. Oh, oh. Mickey Mouse type of talking, with a French style of walking, floppy hats and pink ribbons. This is Trixie's good riddance. Simon sat lonely and bothered, with his constant cigarette smoking. He ain't never done no harm, maybe just as well. I sat and listened to his story, and he knew it was time he was going. But with a slug in his heart, there was no story to tell. Oh, oh. Mickey Mouse type of talking, with a French style of walking, floppy hats and pink ribbons. This is Trixie's good riddance. Savage women with tongues like razors squabbled their way around a man they didn't want no harm. Well, it's just as well. How lucky he was to be wanted with a smart young Italian tan. He was full of their charm, with no love left to sell. Oh, type of talking, with a French style of walking, floppy hats and pink ribbons. This is Trixie's good riddance. Mickey Mouse type of talking, with a French style of walking, floppy hats and pink ribbons. This is Trixie's good riddance. But the Chelsea news in the cruel and wintry fall. All I could see were her lyrics used as she walked her Afghan doll. The cigarette holder appeared in the light as she opened up the door. It was one of those old Victorian nights that you won't see anymore. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, no, don't you go. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, out there alone. The cold, oh baby, it might be. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, you Trixies. I saw her silhouette on the blinds, and then the lights went out. I pictured it all inside my mind before I heard a shout. She screamed so loud, my heart lost beats. I looked towards the sky. I heard the sound of running feet disappear into the night. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, dark, oh baby, you Trixie. The club, I saw a man who looked completely dazed. I could see his shaking hands, his eyes were red and glazed. He told me all about his wife, he dragged her through the dust. He told me all about his life and how the tables turned. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, no, don't you go. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, out there alone. Don't go out in the cold, oh baby, it might rain. Don't go out in the dark, oh baby, you Trixie. 24 hours later, and I still got time to play with, and things ain't looking straighter. Can't place your name, those lovely looking ladies walking round in fancy costumes, and my old grey Mercedes stands in the rain. I'd be anything but me, that's how I feel. Looking rather real, that's how I feel. Anything but me. Looking rather ill. Anything but me. Looking rather ill. Here comes Big Fat Harry with that same old cigar. His boys are in the alley waiting for me. The dice fell and I'm losing. His smile went round the wall. It wasn't so amusing, it was hard to be. I'd be anything but me, that's how I feel. Looking rather real, that's how I feel. Anything but me. Looking rather ill. Anything but me. Looking rather ill. My luck fell up in sixes. I looked like a wild dog. That game we played at Trixies got me this scar. Those boys, they saw to it, but I looked like a drunk. Contacts out in Munich know who they are. It's over. The singer has taken his bow all over. The lights have begun to go out. The rain is still falling. It's 3 in the morning. It's over. There's hardly a sound. It's over. The lovers look tired and cold all over. The cab drives the memories home. The grey clouds are going, the moon begins showing. It's over. Don't tell me I know. I asked her if she'd like to dance. I led her out into my arms. She looked me in the eyes and said, "Hey soldier, what do you think will happen when this drink you've had's gone to your head? You want me and I say it's over." Walk pride out of sight all over. She danced with me tonight. I know she won't see me. I don't think she needs me. It's over. The stars in my eyes. It's over. My shadow and I on the street all over. stop falling, I hear someone calling, it's over. Come back to me, come back to me, come back to me, come back to me. Street level bar, there's a cabaret at times. A few familiar faces with their necks on the line, dressed in their dollar suits. They think the jazz band's cute. Seen all the actors, seen all the crimes. The rock and roll is sounding way ahead of its time. All filled with one regret: you ain't seen nothing yet. Hello stranger, I know your face. Come inside, I'll find you a place. We can rock and roll together. We can be the Jaguars. We can rock and roll forever. You're a Trixies, you're a star. Everyone thinks they're in an opera tonight. Imagine you are drinking a tequila with ice. Turn your hand and dream. Trixies is the place to be. Pretty little dancers who are all in a row. A ballerina one day and the next to go-go. A taste of classy food. Hey boy, the girls are due. Hello stranger, I know your face. Come inside, I'll find you a place. We can rock and roll together. We can be the Jaguars. We can rock and roll forever. You're a Trixies, you're a star. The cellar, sat on a stool, watching Bobby Collins making up all the rules. The girls are dynamite, I drank so much tonight. Then without warning there's a shot in the air. The doors are flying open and I'm lost down the stairs. Trixie's the place to be, with the next best memory. Hello stranger, I know your face. Come inside, I'll find you a place. We can rock and roll together. We can be the Jaguars. We can rock and roll forever. You're a Trixies, you're a star. You're a Trixies, you're a star. Trixies, you're a star. Trixies Club opens at 12. Membership cards only. The band played not very well. The singer looked so lonely. The doorman wore black and his gloves were velvet red. Well, he had the knack of helping Trixie's friends. Cool as a tropical shade with a surfrider suntan. There's so many parts to play. I just wanna be the one man, just the one man. It had the smell of lavender and the drinks were so dear. The same old California each year. No one went out back. The dock wasn't at all safe. The barman really stank, but that was his own fate. Cool as a tropical shade with the surf right at suntan. There's so many parts to play. I just wanna be the one man, just the one man. Waited in the rain, like an old movie scene. It trickled down the drain. Upstairs hung the women in black lace underwear. The clients do all the giving. The madam takes their fare. Cool as a tropical shade with a surf right at suntan. There's so many parts to play. I just wanna be the one man, just the one man. There's a door behind the stage that leads down to a cellar, and the waiter will take it cold. But nothing has ever changed, at least not for the better. Well, the curry wants to be choked. The band are watching another fight. The heroine pushes a beer at night, and the naked dancers all dressed in white. I tell you, it's out there. Miss November, she's a playmate. Rock stars of the 80s, directors who are irate, models and comedians, actors and chameleons, all the sort of people who carry something lethal. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, Trixies is alright. Poker is played every night. The stakes are beyond belief. It's nice just to watch them play. It's lit by candlelight, the one of a full-time thief. Then it's time to face the breaking day. The curtain's down on another show. Now insomniacs will just have to go. The poodle queens from Knightsbridge Road. I tell you, it's out there. Miss November, she's a playmate. Rock stars of the 80s, directors who are irate, models and comedians, actors and chameleons, all the sort of people who carry something lethal. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies is a gas singing, hey, hey, Trixies is alright. Trixies are guys singing, hey, hey. Trixies